We approach the scattered remains of a 1622 Spanish galleon lost in the hurricane.
Centuries underwater have fused marine growth onto every weapon aboard.
Fragments of cargo chests still lie scattered across the sandy bottom.
Here rests one of the crew, preserved where the storm claimed him.
Their uniforms have nearly dissolved, but traces remain of their final moments.
Cargo meant for Spain still lies exactly where it fell. Even under corrosion, the royal crest can still be recognized.
Emeralds from the New World still shimmer beneath centuries of sediment.
Many crew members were trapped as the hull collapsed in the storm.
This field of loss tells the full story of the Atocha's final hours. Inside the collapsed midsection, visibility drops to only a few feet.
Every mechanical part has been locked in place by centuries of corrosion. Small details of daily life remain, even in complete decay. The gemstone cargo lies scattered far beyond the original hold. Fragments of crew gear are found mixed directly with skeletal remains. Heavy ingots still bear the faint, stamped marks of Spanish authority. This sailor was crushed instantly when the ship broke apart.
The treasure chests themselves have almost dissolved entirely.
The storm tore open containers, spreading wealth across the seafloor. This crewman likely survived the initial breach, but succumbed moments later.
Religious tokens were common among sailors of the fleet. The Atocha's structure is now a reef, supporting new life.
Navigation instruments stand frozen in their final position.
Even valuable cargo becomes part of the ecosystem here.
When the mast snapped, it crushed several men instantly.
Ceramics for transport of goods still appear across the debris field.
Even personal bags carried traces of the treasure haul.
Some crew were swept off their feet as the decks tilted violently. Stamped symbols still survive beneath centuries of oxidation.
The hurricane shattered the ship into widespread fragments. Chest hardware is among the few original components still traceable.
Some gemstones became trapped between broken boards during the wreck.
The anchor marks roughly where the ship first struck before breaking apart.
Human remains here show violent force during the sinking.
The treasure spread farther than early salvors ever realized. Rigging components remain locked in their final positions.
In death, some crew fell directly onto the treasure they guarded.
Supplies meant for long voyages
now lie in ruin.
Rope from the rigging pulled several sailors down with it.
Personal devotion items survived better than fabric and leather.
Large sections of treasure remain untouched for centuries.
This crewman never had a chance to reach open water.
Delicate cargo shattered instantly in the storm-driven impact.
Shifting silt often relocates small artifacts into eerie positions.
The gemstone cargo may be the clearest indicator of the ship's identity.
Even reinforced metal has nearly dissolved.
Some crew died exactly where the sinking positioned them. Stacks of coins have merged into solid masses over time.
The heart of the Atocha's treasure field remains frozen in place. Many died, reaching for anything stable as the decks collapsed.
Pulley systems remain as fragile ghosts of the ship's rigging. Precious stones rest among the remains of the men who guarded them.
The cannons now serve as habitats for new ocean life.
Metal clasps outlast almost every other material on the wreck.
Centuries have tarnished the treasure, but not erased it.
Some crew held tight until the final moment.
Smaller trade items remain mixed with sand and debris.
Shifting currents slowly rebury and uncover the dead.
Even corals have claimed space around the treasure.
Coin stacks melded together after centuries underwater. Lower sections buried many crew instantly. Some gemstones settled into natural pockets created by erosion.
Anchor points for treasure containers remain faintly visible.
Human remains rest exactly where the storm scattered them.
The wreck's timber skeleton mirrors the crew's own remains.
Ammunition lies untouched since the day of the storm.
Some bodies show the full violence of the ship's breakup.
Hardware pieces identify where chests once stood.
The shifting seabed has redistributed wealth across great distances.
Cargo barrels burst open when the hull fractured.
Some interior spaces remain almost completely sealed.
Occasional metal fragments hint at stored protective gear.
Treasure and tragedy lie interwoven on the seafloor. Even heavy artillery was tossed like driftwood by the hurricane.
Pearls degrade quickly, but traces still survive.
Some crew were caught in tightening gaps as the ship twisted apart.
The current carried lighter treasure into deep pockets over centuries.
Personal devotional artifacts often traveled with sailors far from home.
The wreck's remains now form underwater corridors.
Treasure fell beneath many who never escaped the hull. The densest concentrations mark the ship's midsection collapse.
Even precision instruments have surrendered to corrosion.
Pieces of cargo fused with human remains after centuries underwater. Treasure continues to sink deeper into the seabed each decade. Death and artillery lie side by side in the wreckage.
Some gemstones have bonded with sediment into solid formations.
Some sailors were pinned instantly when heavy timbers collapsed.
Even buried treasure glimmers faintly beneath centuries of silt.
The hurricane shattered artillery and men alike across the sand.
Coins and bars often settled where sailors fell. Remnants of personal storage have survived remarkably well.
The bodies rest intertwined with the treasure they once guarded.
Marine life has claimed sections of the wreck as a habitat.
Even centuries of corrosion cannot erase the crown's emblem.
The final resting place of the crew remains undisturbed for hundreds of years. The ship's artillery lies frozen in the moment of disaster, unchanged through time.